Now let us look at question number 7. The question says an organic compound A whose molecular formula is C10H20O2 was hydrolyzed with dilute sulfuric acid to give a carboxylic acid B and an alcohol C. Okay, so you are hydrolyzing that in the presence of an acid, it must be an ester. That is why you are getting carboxylic acid and alcohol. Now your oxidation of C with CrO3H2SO4, so you are oxidizing the alcohol to give the carboxylic acid. Okay, so the reaction is clear with us. Ester is hydrolyzed, you get a carboxylic acid and an alcohol. Now this alcohol is oxidized to this carboxylic acid. Okay, which of the following structures are not possible for A? This is really interesting. They are not asking the possible structure, they are saying not possible for A. Okay. Now see dear friends, over here what you need to remember, I am not going to the choices first, what you need to remember. Suppose this is the ester, right? When you hydrolyze it, what is going to happen? You are having this cleavage happening, you will be getting RCOOH plus R dash OH. Okay, now this is the point. Now let us look at the choices which are given to us and apply this concept. So in the first case, see here you are getting the esteric part. For your easy understanding, I am just writing it like this. Okay, so this OCO should be written like this. As I told you guys, you can simply cleave the molecule from here. So you are cleaving the molecule from here. So I am writing down the product over here. You will be getting okay, plus here you will be getting right. These are the products of the acidic hydrolysis of this given compound. Now dear friends, do not apply too much of mechanism and all that over here. Apply a very simple thing. How many carbons do you see in this particular alcohol? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And how many carbons you are seeing over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Can you oxidize this alcohol into this carboxylic acid? Is it possible? Without any step up? It says, so no, it is not possible. So first cannot be the right possible structure of A, right? Now you have to apply the same concept in choice number 2. Now in this case you are having 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 carbon over here. Here the cleavage will take place, you will get the carboxylic acid over here and the alcohol over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see in both the cases, the methyl is also on the second carbon. So on oxidation of this particular alcohol, you will get this carboxylic acid. So this can be the possible structure of A, but we have to find out which one is not. So anyways, the answer is first, but I am just applying the concept over here. In this case, you got a trimethyl group over here, a trimethyl group over here, you got a carbon here, you got a carbon over here. Now this particular carbon will form the carboxylic acid, this carbon will form the alcohol, but this on oxidation will give you the carboxylic acid formed in this process, right? So even third is a possible structure of A. Now let us look at option number 4. Now I personally feel that there is some problem with option number 4 because it is not matching with the structure of A. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. There are only 8 carbons over here, whereas in the question it is given to be C10. Okay. So as far as I am concerned, I would say that I will go with option number 1, which is a better choice to go with, but if the question goes for a toss, then even 4 can be considered as the right answer. Okay, dear friends. Now let's look at question number 8. The anti-fertility drug Novestrol can react with which of these reagents? So that depends upon what all functional groups are there in this particular compound. See, Novestrol is also called as ethinyl estradiol. Okay, let me give you the structure of the same. And by seeing the structure, I am sure that you will come to know that it can react with what all reagents. See, here you have got OH and here you have got this unsaturation, here you have got the CH3 and here you have got OH, right. So, this OH will react with ZnCl2 HCl. This phenolic part goes with FeCl3 and this unsaturation goes with bromine water, right. So, the correct option, my dear friends, is choice number 1. I know you must be saying, sir, do we have to remember the structure of all these drugs? Yes, that is what I can say because you got a question based on that, right. Okay, let us go ahead. Question number 9. If the boiling point of H2O is 373 Kelvin, the boiling point of H2S will be, see, you need to know that in case of H2O there is extensive hydrogen bonding, but only in case of H2O among the hydrides of oxygen family. H2S, H2SE, H2T are all gases and the boiling points are well below 300 Kelvin, right. So, the right answer is less than 300 Kelvin. Now, you will say, sir, where do we get this data? So, you have to check the NCERT book, the tables are given in which the data is provided to you, right. Now, let us move on to the next question.